Hello. Been a while since I made a recording. Um, I was recently thrown out of a so-called church. Um, and I I was invited to this church to help them. They didn't have a drummer for their band, and after being asked, I don't know, 6, 7 times, you know, we'd like you to come and play, and we don't have a drummer. I reluctantly agreed. Uh, and I found myself with a small group of people that pretty much didn't know what they were doing whatsoever when it come to music. I mean, one man did, but he's about 15 years older than me and been playing probably as long as me, and he's a fellow truck driver, ex-truck driver like I am. He played rhythm guitar and many other instruments and stuff, and so there I was, I was helping him out. And, I stopped rehearsals probably 4 or 5 times per song to try and tell him, you guys need more help probably than I can give you, because you're not going to listen to me. And I mean, these people didn't even know what a time signature was, and they claim to be musicians. But that's not really the main issue. The main issue is that I come there to try and help them. And so after rehearsals, they would have Bible study. I'm always leery of that term, because usually Bible study just means you show up and somebody who is in what they think is a place of authority, they want to tell you what the deal is about any given scripture that they feel like going through. So I found myself in this Bible study, about 10 people, and it was held, about 45 minutes before the service started. They call it, what do they call it? It's a Sunday school class. And it was led by a pastor. Yeah. And uh, I'm old enough to be this kid's dad. And his wife came, sat next to him, and he had, like I said, 10, 12 people gathered around the table to listen to what the pastor had to say. And then, he would ask questions like we were all about 6 years old. And, discussion would try to happen. I listened to the pastor, and I listened to all the wisdom at the table. And I waited to speak last. Every time. I'm just weighing the wisdom, the total wisdom of all the people at the table. And then I would speak. And the people were kind of taken back, especially the pastor's wife. I'm old enough to be her dad too. And they were kind of taken aback, talking about, how this is the pastor. You can't disagree with him. He's the pastor. He went to school. He's educated. And I got, told, did you go to school? Are you ordained? And I said, yeah. I went to the same school that the fishermen did. And I was ordained the same way Paul was. And lo and behold, because I disagreed with the pastor, he went to the board of the church, and I wasn't allowed to come to this meeting. I didn't even know the meeting was being held. And so they had a secret meeting and took a vote and threw me out. Now, that doesn't line up with the scriptures. When you want to throw somebody out of a congregation, you don't have a secret meeting. The person that you are indicting gets to be heard in public. Public. That takes courage. So, and this isn't the first time this has happened to me. So I get kicked out of this congregation. The pastor leaves me a voicemail. Okay? He lives 8 minutes from my house. Couldn't drive over here, knock on my door, and tell me. No, he leaves me a voicemail. He's just another one of them typical pastor pansy. Pastor pansy. Pastor coward. Pastor Courageless. Yeah, they held a secret meeting. I wasn't allowed to be there to, quote, answer the charges that were levied against me. No. But it seems to me that, if I'm not mistaken, even the heathen allow you to be heard in their court so that you can answer the charges that are levied against you. Right? And I'm pretty sure if I belong to the local Moose Lodge or Elks Lodge or whatever, the local bowling league, that if they wanted to throw me out, I would get to be heard in front of everybody. But this seems to be the way that the churches do things these days. Because this is not the first time this has happened to me. And it just shows me how cowardly these penny waste leaders who call themselves men behave today. The last time I got kicked out of a congregation was an email. And now it's a voicemail. And anyhow, I guess I've said enough. Thank you for listening.